What gave the Zionists, what gave them the opportunity, what gave them the audacity to go and attack the less privileged people that are majorly, they are farmers, they are not weapon carrier members. People that are just farmers, children. They went and destroyed them. That very day, they destroyed like 450 villages in Deir Yassin. Millions of people are being sent away. The first one that happened on the 15th of May is the one we call the first Nakba. And what is the Nakba? Catastrophe. The second one that happened is the one that I mentioned to us within the 6 days, that we call 6 days war, is the one we call the second Nakba, which is the second catastrophe. Over, from the United Nations record, over 7 million people have been displaced in between these two Nakbas that are scattered around. In the record of the United Nations till today, the highest number of refugees in various camps in the globe, they are the what? They are the Palestinians. Because of the injustice of whom? Injustice of whom? Of the Britain. So what gave them the audacity to go and launch an attack? The second day they launched the Declaration of State of Independence of Israel. That is number 3. Number 4, what gave them the opportunity, the so-called Zionists, what gave them the opportunity to be sending away to the extent that they want to kill their own son of the soil? There is one of the, who is a researcher, we call him Professor Ilan Pappe, Ilan Pappe. Professor Ilan Pappe is a researcher, he is an Israeli. So he used to be a lecturer in Israel. So he was the one that was going around to bring on board from their archives in the ministry that all the massacres that had happened, all the catastrophes that had happened on this Palestinian land, we should bring it out. People should see. Because of the what? Injustice. They started threatening his life. So he had to leave. He's now in the United Kingdom living there. As a lecturer, as a professor, he's still alive. He was the one that wrote a book that we call The Ethnic Cleansing of the Palestinians. Professor Ilan Pappe. He went to the ministry, he went to their archives to go and extract histories and information that the whole world, see, we are doing injustice to whom? To the Palestinians. His life was threatened, he had to leave. That was the fourth question. Or that is the first question that I'm throwing to every one of us that we should ask. The global superpower, we should ask them. The fifth question that I want to ask, why is it that all these people are being subjected to inhumane restrictions? This Palestinian land on their land, they are being subjected to inhuman treatment. They don't have access to any basic needs. All aids were being cut off away from them. Why? The former U.S. President, Jimmy Carter, he wrote a book after visiting this same Palestinian land and came back. He wrote a book called Peace, Not Appetite. And what I mean by appetite is for you, it's a kind of racism. To be telling me that you are a black person, I can't do with you. You are a brown person, I can't do with you. That was what affected Nelson Mandela. That led him to go and be in what? In prison for what? For 27 years. Jimmy Carter, when he came back from Palestine, he wrote that book that the subjection that they subjected these people to is not something that we should be using our eyes to see. Peace is better than appetite. That was one. Desmond Elliot Tutu, he was a renowned bishop from South Africa. He also went to this Palestine. He was an evangelist. He wasn't a Muslim. Not until you become a Muslim or you are a practicing Muslim before you will have sympathy for the Palestinians. He came back after Nelson Mandela, they all have the same experience because the largest open-air prison, you know our own prison here now, if you go to Kirikiri, if you see the wall, probably maybe it's even higher than that of the wall of Jericho. Or anybody that has ever visited Gideon Yari or prison yard, you will see how the wall is, how tall it is. Nelson Mandela, Desmond Tutu, they all said the largest open-air prison, open, that people can move around. You know, in prison, in Kirikiri, you can't move around. You can only move around in the compound, right? Or in Kuje or anywhere they are. Or okay, Kura in the lorry. You can only move within the perimeter fence. But this one, you can move from here to Ajah, move from here to Cotonou, move from here. But you are in prison. But the prison is an open air. That was why I told us, when we were talking, when I was defining the Banu Israel to us, right, that these Zionists, all these Yahudis, these Jews, they are two types, that they are still there now. We have some that we call the Su'uyun. The Su'uyun are the ones that belong to the occultic class, that they belong to a particular fraternity. The other ones are the Hamas. And what happened? What happened to the Hamas? They are saying, this is our land. We need to take over it. They are fighting us. They took it forcefully, which we are going to use an aggression to take it back. That is what Hamas is doing. And they call them what? They call them terrorists. The other set of people, they are also Palestinians that are Muslim brothers and Arab brothers, and others that are not even Muslim, but they are same Arab brothers, but they are Palestinian. Those ones, they are under the authority of the Israelis. So if the Hamas, those in the Hamas class, if they even want to go for Umrah, go for Hajj, they have to submit their paper to this particular set of Palestinians that are under the authority of the Israelis. How do we get it? So they can't do anything. None of them can do anything until their paper passes in front of the Israelis. Are they not under bondage? Why? What led? What gave these people the opportunity and the authority to allow these people to be under subhuman restriction? Brothers, let every one of us just try and go and cogitate on all these 5 points that I've mentioned. Why are our own brothers in Gaza, in Palestine, and every other places are under this condition? If me and you were also experiencing it, how is our life going to be? May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bring ease and tranquility to them. Inna Allah wa malaikatahu yusalluna ala nabi. Ya ayyuhallazina amanu sallu alayhi wa sallim taslima.